following high school sports is a free service of Withers Broadcasting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This season of Cape Central Tigers football is brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors and Coatings, Banterra Bank, Cape Career and Technology Center, Rosati's Pizza, Stone Mountain Flooring, Strickland Engineering, and DollarSavingDeals.com.
Blue 42. Blue 42 said hut.
Let's send it down to Ryan Winkler for all your play-by-play action on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. As tonight, the Tigers are going to take on the Kennett Indians, the final game of the regular season. And it's pink out night for the football game. Last week, the Jungle wore pink, but this week is the actual pink out game for the football team. So they've got pink socks, some pink towels, some pink undershirts. Cheerleaders have their pink pom-poms. So it's the pink out game tonight for the Tigers here against the Indians, and the Tigers 7-1, Indians 0-8, and there's no other way to put it than it's probably going to be a lopsided game.
Well, I think so, Ryan. We were talking about it before. How many points might be scored here tonight? We have pretty high expectations, I think. As you said, Kennett has not won a single game all season long, and the Tigers are 7-1, the only loss being to Jackson. So we are looking forward to calling this game here for you this evening as we get to every single night. And last regular season game of the year next week will start the district play. So we are looking forward to that as well. And of course, our pregame is brought to you by the Cape Career and Technology Center. So we are going to give them a little shout out as well. The Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central football here on Cape Radio 95.7 FM, 1550 AM, and on YouTube. You can watch and listen to us, Cape Central Sports.
Yeah, like Chandler said, next week starts district play, and the Tigers just looking to come into the game and finish the season strong, 8-1, try to finish off with an 8-1 record. And unfortunately for Kennett, send them home with a 0-9 record on the season. So the Tigers, like you said, Chandler, the quote-unquote betting line is at least we kind of decided maybe 45. Some had said 56. I think Jared Ritter mentioned 56 while we talked to him.
His final score was 56-3, I think is what he said.
Yeah.
So.
But they really don't have a kicker, so he may have to change them. We may have to tell him he's going to have to change that. So he may just say a shutout. I think that's what he's going to guess is 56-0.
56-0.
So we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will talk with Coach Gibbs. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Cape Central Tiger football on YouTube at Cape Central Sports and listening on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers! Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Your home for Cape Central Tigers football. Cape Radio 95.7.
Ryan Winkler here with Coach Gibbs. Last week, came away with a win against Live for Life, and there were quite a few big plays in that game for both teams. I think it turned out to be, for the fans, maybe a little bit more exciting than they thought. That Live for Life team's a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for.
Yeah, absolutely. They got some dudes that can play. We talked about that all week long, and they got some nice size linemen that are aggressive and come off the ball real well. Several skilled kids, as you saw. All three of the quarterbacks actually can really throw the ball downfield, and they got behind us a couple of times. So yeah, they got some kids that can play. Tell you what, they played really physical and really hard on defense, and that was a little bit of a surprise.
I know the offense for you guys. We're able to adjust, I think, too, on that defensive side, especially Zaire Thomas when coming away with 6 touchdowns. It seems like it's just another day at the office for him this year.
Well, and it kind of depends on what things are, what other teams are trying to do, but they obviously were making a concerted effort to stop Keyshawn. And, it's just like if they're making an effort to stop Zip, then we may do some things a little bit differently. So that kind of opened up some things for us, and Declan did a good job getting him the ball when it was there. Zip did a great job of running the football and doing the things that he needed to do. So, yeah, Zip had quite a night. There's no doubt about that.
I know Keyshawn didn't play in that second half, but, with Declan in the backfield as well, setting up under center, you still have those 2 running options, which I think does also cause the defense to second guess on who they need to key on.
Yeah, that's the thing that's happened, about the third game I'm on. Declan kind of caught on a little bit as far as the option game and has really gotten better with each rep. A lot of people want to forget that he was even a quarterback before him, but, he didn't get to play last year. So he's just getting better and better and better in everything that he's doing. And if you take a look at it and you look at stats, he's not only doing a good job running the football, but he's also doing a good job throwing the football for us.
So this week, Kennett comes in, and they haven't won a game yet this year. And, this is the last game of the regular season. So what do you guys do to keep the guys focused on this week and not worry about next week with district starting up?
Yeah, I tell you what, we've done. I think our kids have done a really good job of just focusing on getting better. We don't really talk other than on Sundays and Mondays. It's more about, we don't really talk about our opponent much. It's more about preparing once we know what their schemes are and that kind of thing. We talk it over on those days, and we come out and then we prepare defensively, alignment and assignment. Our blocking schemes are adjusted like they need to be, and we just kind of try and get a little bit better. And I think our kids have done a good job of that. We bounced back well after the Jackson game, and we don't tend to dwell from one game to the next. We just kind of take care of business. And certainly, you're concerned, Kennett, they haven't had any success, haven't won a ball game, they're struggling. So you do have a certain amount of concern as to for how you'll practice and those kind of things. But we've had a great week of practice.
Is there anything that you notice in that Kennett defense or offense that you're particularly focusing on this week?
No, and again, it's kind of what we did last week. We just, here towards the end of things, you shorten practice down, and you go back and you do, or at least we go back, and we focus a little bit more on basic things, just taking the right steps, whether it's a tackle, whether it's a block, whether it's a play we're running, a coverage we're running, those kind of things, and making sure we're in the right spots. Kennett's going to be multiple on defense. They've tried to do a lot of different things on offense. And for us, it's again about, look, here's how they're going to line up. Here's how we're going to line up to it. Now let's just go play. And that's basically how we've operated this week.
All right.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes, such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Back to the action. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Kickoff goes back into the end zone as it's a touchback for the Tigers. Joey Charlton, that's pretty much automatic when he goes for the kickoff, isn't it?
That's right, and we've seen it so many times this year. It happens once again here for the very first kickoff of the last regular season game at Cape Central High School.
They'll set up in a wildcat formation. He's going to try to run it around the outside. He gets a pretty good block, but then the rest of the defense comes in and swallows him up. So he'll gain maybe 2 yards. As that was... is that Terrence Raybon? I think that's who that was. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. As they'll set up. We're just going to go, looks like maybe just a direct snap again to their running back, who will hand it off right away, and he's going to be, well, he's actually going to gain a few yards out of that. Looked like he got met right away at the line, but he was able to fall forward for maybe a yard. And that will make it 3rd and 7.
And we've talked about it, Ryan. The Tigers' defense, this defensive line, has been so solid all season long, allowing their opponents, less than probably 10 points per game. What is the stat on that? You have it over there.
13 points a game.
Okay. I was going to say less than 10, but all right, 13. That's fair. We got 3rd and 7 now from their own 23.
They're going to hand it off. He's going to try to step over to the left side. He breaks one tackle, but now he's going to get swallowed up by a gang of Tiger defenders. And that will cause them to lose quite a few yards there on that one, Chandler.
Looks like they're going to have to go 3 and out, punt this one back now to the Tigers.
So they do have a punter, but from what I was told, they really don't necessarily have a kicker. And they'll go for the extra points sometimes if they get the touchdown, but that's a high punt, and it's going to be caught and dropped at about the 45. And I think Kennett is going to fall on top of it, and they'll get the football back at the 44, 43-yard line.
Wow.
Nope. I'm not sure what the ruling is, but they're giving the ball to Central. They dropped the punt.
Well, it definitely looked like Kennett had recovered, but...
Yeah, the coach from Kennett is going to want to know why they don't get the football. So he's going to talk to him.
Yeah, from up here, it definitely looked like the Indians would have taken possession. But they say no. Tigers football. Tigers will line up here in opponent's territory. Ball on the 43 for a 1st and 10.
That's weird. So yeah, Tiger football. First, like you said, 1st and 10. No score as Pittman gets set, takes the first snap, hands it off to Thomas. Thomas will cut back to the middle, running it up the middle. He breaks a tackle, then gets across the 30-yard line for a 1st down. Nice gain there for Zaire Thomas as he picks up his first down.
And leave it to Thomas. He is always putting on those spin moves and making those defenders miss out there. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. He's been doing it all season long.
A 12-yard gain on his first run of the night. And we get a penalty right after they hand off the ball. It's a false start, so it's going to push the Tigers back some, which has been a problem for the Tigers, the penalties.
It has. We saw many penalties last week, especially in that 3rd quarter. Got a bit annoying at times. It seemed like almost every play they had some kind of flag they had to throw, but
the Tigers have had 58 penalties for a total of 475 yards this year.
dang. It's 1st and 15 now.
And they're going to hand that ball off to Murray as he hits his defender and falls over. They both kind of hit hard and knocked each other over, but he gains, looks like 3. Yep, he'll gain 3 yards. 2nd and 12. So Keyshawn Boyd not in the game tonight. He's out with an injury from last week. As you know, not the idea, but it sounds like the situation, he may not be back for next week either, for that first round of the district playoff. And we get a flag, and it's going to be another false start on the Tigers. So that's 2 penalties. We're up to 10 yards in penalties.
And those are something that you have to work on as an offense. They can be very costly, setting them back once again. Now it's the 2nd and 17. Ball on the Indians' 38 now. Tigers have it. 8:10 remaining in the first quarter. And you talked about Keyshawn Boyd. We're gonna miss seeing him out there tonight. He's been such an explosive force for this Cape Central offense.
So we'll have trips to the left as Pittman will step back to pass. He's going to bring it down. He'll run it himself, running it up the middle, getting across the 20, down to the 15. And it's a big gain for Declan Pittman as he gets across the 15 to the 14-yard line. So it goes from the 38 all the way down to the 14. That's a big chunk of yards right there, 24 yards for Pittman.
That'll set his team up here pretty nicely in the red zone now. 1st and 10. Ball on the 14.
It hit 7.5 exactly. I was about to say it's just over 7.5, but 7:25 now to be exact, left in the first quarter as Pittman sets up 2 receivers to the left. They'll put Thomas in motion. He'll step back, and they're going to hand it off to Murray. Murray will take it into the end zone for the touchdown. 14 yards out, and the Tigers score first and lead 6-0 here, with 7:13 to go here in the first quarter.
That is the junior running back, Torrance Murray, putting up the first points of the evening for the Tigers. It is 6-0 as they are leading Kennett.
So Joey Charlton will come in for the extra point. And that's a lot of Kennett defenders running across the line there. It's going to be offsides on Kennett. And it's been declined, which kind of expected. Well, Tran does a good job as he calls for the snap. That kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Tigers lead. Paul Tran does a good job as the holder. He'll call for the snap, but the play is that they don't snap it right away. So he'll call for it. The defense tries to time it, so when he calls for it, they jump, but the ball hasn't been snapped yet, and it's gotten quite a few players to jump offside throughout the season.
Ryan, you said there was no band tonight. However, it sounds like there is a band. Maybe it's just playing over the PA system.
Playing over the PA system.
I don't know if I see one, but we definitely hear the Central Fight song as the Tigers have a 7-0 lead early on over the Kennett Indians. 7:13 remaining in the first quarter. I want to tell you about the Cape CTC. Their vision is to provide an environment for students to make career connections and advancements through education and training. The Cape CTC, proud sponsors of Cape Central football.
The kick is high, deep, and into the end zone. Touchback.
So last time they had the ball, they went 3 and out. Had to punt it, and they almost recovered.
Yeah, had some weird situation where they didn't get to keep the ball after the punt was well, what we thought dropped, but
from up here, it
I don't
looked
know.
like
something must have happened to where the referee said that I don't know. It's hard to guess.
We don't really know for sure what exactly happened, but looked like they recovered. They said, nope, Tigers ball instead. They went down, scored a touchdown. Now we'll see what the Indians can do as they get the ball on their own 20.
We've got one receiver on each side, and now they shift. And they'll hand it off, and he's going to bounce off a couple defenders and then get brought down anyway in the backfield behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. Make it 2nd and 11. As that was Cortez Hopkins, sorry.
So Indians offense making a few substitutions out there. 2nd and 11. They'll say he lost a yard.
One on each side of receiver. 2, 3 guys in the backfield behind the quarterback. He's going to hand it off, and he's going to get met at the line. Actually, he's going to get met behind the line because he's going to lose 2 more yards. Looks like back to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 13.
Defense stepping up once again, just like they've done all season long. Bringing him down for a loss. It is 3rd and 13 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Demarion Nunley in there on the tackle. We're going to set up basically in that same exact offensive formation for the Indians. Receiver on each side and 3 guys in the backfield. They kind of make a diamond back there. As he will fake the handoff. He's going to look downfield. He will throw, and it's going to be... Is it caught?
I think he got it.
I think he caught it.
But will he get the first down right there on the line?
Short by a yard. It looks like they're at the 29. So 4th and 1 or 4th and inches.
That's
Either
probably
way.
a 4th and inches. I think he is.
Do you run it? What do you do, Chandler?
I wonder. I wonder if they're going to keep the offense on the field here. Maybe do a little QB sneak or something like that. 4th and 1, ball on their own 29. And I think the offense will stay on the field.
And looks like we're going to get a timeout by Kennett. Play clock almost hitting 0 there. So they'll take a timeout to save themselves from a penalty. It's 4th and 1, 4:55 to go in the first quarter.
We will tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring, locally owned since 1993. Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring, online at stonemountaincarpets.biz. We want to remind everybody how they can tune in, 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. If you want to watch and listen to us call the game, you can do that as well over there on YouTube. Cape Central Sports, you will find the live stream. Had a timeout here with a 4th and 1. Kennett Indians ball on their own 29. 4:55 remaining in this first quarter. Tigers have an early lead, 7-0 is your score. And we will resume play here for this 4th and 1.
Fourth and 1. He gets the snap. He's going to try to run it for that first down, and he does get across the first down marker, and he'll get out of bounds at the 39, 38-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like the 38, so nice 9-yard gain there for Kennett. And he did get some contact there behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to avoid the tackle. And he gains 9 for the first down, 1st and 10. And Kennett will go into a huddle. This is something we haven't seen a whole lot of this year in any of our games.
No.
Is a huddle.
I don't think we've seen that hardly at all, have we? 1st and 10 now for the Indians. They're able to convert on 4th down.
It's hard to, I can't even think of the last time we saw that. That's how rare it happens. They'll pitch it into the backfield, and he's going to try to avoid the tacklers, but he's going to get brought down back near the 35-yard line. Looks like at the 36, so maybe just a loss of 2.
That is Antonio Hollywood on the carry there for the Indians. Cool last name.
I was say that's going to be easy to remember. He's just a freshman too.
That's right. 5'8", 150.
They don't have too many. There's a 220, 225. Okay, they're Colin Lee is a freshman. He's 315, 6 foot, 315. I was about to say they don't have a whole lot. They saw a whole lot of ones in there.
Yeah.
They do have a few big guys on their team. They'll take the snap, step back, quick throw, and it's going to be caught. He breaks free somehow and gets brought down, looks like a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 46-yard line. They need to get to the 47. Or sorry, at the 47, they need to get to the 48.
So Carson Manley on the reception for the Indians.
Ty Jones, the quarterback. We finally figured out who's quarterback and who's not. They have so many guys in the backfield, it's hard to keep track.
It really is.
So a receiver on each side as they look to the sideline. Jones takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. And he'll lose yards back to the 40. Looks like the 45 and a half. So it'll bring up 4th down. But back to the 40. Nope. That one referee standing at the 45, but yeah, there you go. He's going to move it up. No, they're going to put it at the 46. So just a loss of 1, 4th and 2.
And I guess they'll keep the offense on the field just like they did last time it was 4th down. 4th and 2 this time from their own 46.
They're going to hand it off. Is that William Refrigerator Perry out there running the football? He's a big boy, and he just got himself a 1st down. He got the 3 yards that he needed out of the 2. Number 66, Kevin Thompson, 275, 6 foot. He's a senior.
They gave it to him last time they had a 4th down, too.
That's right, yeah, that's who ran the football.
And he's listed as the offensive lineman.
He is, yeah, he's got an OL next to his name.
Not something you see every day. 1st and 10 now as they're able to convert on another 4th down. The ball is placed at the 49.
One receiver, there we go, 2 receivers, 1 on each side. As he'll fake the handoff, he's going to roll back to throw. Here comes the defense. Quick throw over to the side. It's caught. He kind of slips a little, gets across the 50 to the 45. He'll get tackled forward, so he'll gain quite a few more yards out of that to the 38-yard line. So they get into Tiger territory now for the first time. And that reception was by, well, that was Antonio Hollywood.
Sure was, and Sean Shelton on the tackle for this Tigers defense. 1st and 10, ball on the 39 as the Indians are driving down the field.
So pretty much same formation here for the Indians. They really don't change it up too much unless they have a short yard play. And he's going to hand it off, breaking 1 tackle, getting across the 35 down to the 32 was Nick Fonda. I think he's distantly related to Jane Fonda. .34 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-0. The Kennett Indians are really running out the clock more than anything. They have kept the clock moving this whole time. Play clock down to 5. He's really actually just running the clock down now as he will hand it off, and he'll get stopped at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It'll be 3rd and 2 as the clock is at 10 seconds. And that will probably do it for the first quarter as it's down to 3. Yeah, the Indians heading over to the sideline. And that will do it for the first quarter. So 7-0 after the first quarter. And not the high-scoring game that we expected from the Tigers, but it also doesn't help that Kennett has kept the ball for a good 10 minutes.
They're using the clock wisely, and not only that, it's one of those things when you're the underdog, maybe that's what you do. So I guess we'll take a little break. We'll be right back after this.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sikeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sikeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Let's head back to the booth. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen, and fighting for it, and he will gain enough for the first down as we start the second quarter here. As Kennett fought for all those yards and were able to get across the first down marker, pick up a first down as they are at the 23-yard line, almost into the red zone.
And Ryan, what a quick first quarter that was. I think that might have been one of the fastest we've seen all season long here. The Indians really using the time to their advantage as they've been running the ball, staying in bounds, and now they have it driving down the field. They got the ball on the 23 with a 1st and 10.
Well, hand it off, running it up the middle, now working his way to the right side. He was able to break a tackle, but he's not going to be able to get away from all of those tacklers. As he does get it across the 20 into the red zone, down to the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5.
The Indians, of course, are a pretty big underdog in this game, so using the time management to their ability here in their favor for sure. It's 10:50 left to go before the half, and the Tigers lead it 7-0.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, definitely the underdogs, and yeah, basically coming into the game knowing that and doing what they can to keep the score low is what they've done in that first quarter. As the guys shift over for Jones to run it now, and he will break one tackle, but he's not going to break another, as he'll get brought down for a loss back behind the 20, so out of the red zone, back to the 21. Loss of 3. It'll be 3rd and 8.
So Indians offense will make a few substitutions out there. They'll have 8 yards to go if they want to get another first down. Even if they don't, though, they have converted on 2 different 4th downs on this drive. They're really taking some time off the clock here and using that to their advantage.
Jones, receiver on each side. He'll step back to pass. Here comes the defense. Quick throw, and that's going to be just out of bounds, as that was to nobody. And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 8.
You said they don't have a kicker, so I don't think we'll be looking for a field goal here. But will they keep the offense on the field for a try? I guess that's what they will do.
I don't know, Chandler. It should be intentional grounding, and I think that's what we're about to call. Because, yeah, he was in the pocket and threw it out of bounds. There was no receiver over there, and it is intentional grounding on the Indians. Yeah, you got to have somebody at least in the vicinity. There was literally nobody. I don't know who he was throwing it to. Almost looked like he was throwing it to one of the guys over there holding the first down marker.
He just had to get rid of it, but it resulted in a penalty, a late one for that matter, too. So 4th and 13 now from the 26, and they're going to take a timeout.
Yeah, they're take another timeout. That's their second. And 9:40 left here in the second quarter. And, yeah, that's a big penalty for Kennett. You know, I understand it. In a way, it would have been a smarter decision had he ran out of the pocket. But also, you know, nobody there. But if you're going to just try to throw it so nobody can catch it, maybe just overthrow a receiver instead of just throwing it out of bounds.
Because there was nobody in a position to make that catch.
No defenders, nothing. There was literally no one over there except for those chain gang.
So we will tell you about Rosati's Pizza, whether it is for a quick lunch or you're bringing the whole family. Rosati's, the go-to place when it comes to all of your pizza needs. That is Rosati's, feeding the people since 1964. Rosati's Pizza.
1, 2, 3, 4 receivers to the right side, Chandler. And he's going to step back to pass. He'll throw one towards the end zone. And it's incomplete. Oh, flag comes in. Flag came in late there by that referee in the end zone. And they're going to call pass interference as I don't know if he made any contact, but he didn't look back towards the football. And I think that may be one of the reasons that they're throwing that flag. He didn't really try to play the ball. I don't know. It's tough sometimes to figure out you don't want to get into a referee's head.
No.
Because sometimes you don't know what's going on. Especially if you're Sam Darnold.
Oh. I had a feeling we might bring that up at halftime, but it gets brought up sooner.
That's right.
That's all right. All the memes, all the internet things that we see about the face mask last night. A lot of people not happy on that call. Or the no call, I should say.
The no call.
We maybe will talk more about that here at the half, as we like to always talk about NFL and give you some updates on everything going on in the world of football, college too. We got some big college games tomorrow. We'll be highlighting all of those for you at the half. But it is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Indians as they are taking so much time off this clock, Ryan. My goodness.
Well, the clock isn't running now anymore.
It's not running right now, but they have really...
It took forever for them. I think maybe for the most part they were trying to figure out, I guess, maybe where to place the ball. Here we go. They're going to hand it off, try to run it around. Their flag came in. I saw that. And that one might be on Kennett this time. And it is. It's a holding on the Indians, so that will push them back. So we've talked about, well, we didn't talk about it on air, but Chandler, we talked about it when we got here, that Kennett, I like their football logo. They kind of have a football logo. It's the arrowhead, which is, if you're watching on YouTube, it's the logo that's on the scoreboard. It's the arrowhead with the K inside of it. And I think they really only use that for football. I haven't really seen it used in any of the other sports. Baseball kind of has their own logo as well in Kennett, with the baseball bat and then the feather that kind of wraps around it and makes a K. But yeah, they've got the white jerseys with the black helmets, a white stripe down the top. Another snap, and this time he's not going to be able to break through, Chandler. They gave it to him again. Their big offensive lineman trying to run the football, and that's only going to work a couple times probably, because when you see him lining up in the backfield, you pretty much know what's happening.
Well, I think this Cape defense has read that pretty well. They give it to Kevin Thompson once again from the offensive line. This time, though, it wasn't on a 4th down.
Yeah.
We'll give them that. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Yeah, they lost 10 yards off of that one.
Ball on the 23, so put him just outside the red zone now.
So now we're going to set up to throw it as Jones has 4 receivers. Well, I think we're going to be doing a bubble screen over here, Chandler. 3 receivers in front of the one as he takes the snap, and he does throw it over here. Quick throw. He'll get to the 20, and he'll get knocked out of bounds. We'll get it to the 18.
That is the tight end, Antonio Flakes, for the Indians.
3rd and 15, so a gain of 5. They've got some good names on their team. Hollywood, Flakes, Fonda.
Some pretty memorable names.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's one way to put it. 3rd and 15 from the 18.
2 receivers on each side as Jones will take the snap. Step back, throw across, and that's incomplete. He tried to get the slant there across the middle, and his receiver just wasn't looking for the pass yet, and it went right over his head. And even if he had been looking for the pass, I'm not necessarily sure he would have made the catch, Chandler, as that was a high pass.
Very high pass. I don't think that was one that could have been brought in for a reception at all. 4th and 15, I'm assuming they'll keep the offense on the field, as we've talked about it. Kicker is not playing, or he's not on the roster, one of the two.
They just don't really have anybody to kick.
Don't have anybody to kick, so.
One of the radio guys for Kennett told me, when they do, sometimes they'll try, but they really don't have a kicker. As Jones will step back to pass, he's going to roll to his right, and he's going to throw it towards the end zone. Nobody there, out of bounds. Yes. That'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be Tiger football on their own 18-yard line.
So the very, very long Indians drive finally comes to an end, and the Tigers will get the ball back now as they lead it 7-0. 7:37 here left to go before the half.
Yeah, Chandler, we were expecting 35 points probably by halftime. At this rate, 14 would be we'd be lucky to get over 14 at this situation. Quick throw over to Thomas. He'll make the catch. He's going to run it around the outside. Try to cut back, and he decides to just go ahead and take it out of bounds. He's just shy of the first down marker. We're down to 7.5. It'll be second and 3. He stepped out a little bit earlier than I thought. Somebody needs to tell there we go. To say the down marker guy had it as 3rd down, but it's actually 2nd down. He did fix it. It's 2nd and 2, actually, says the scoreboard. 3 receivers to the right, bad snap. Pittman will pick it up. He's going to try to do something with it. He breaks free through the middle. He's going to take it up the far sideline and just go ahead and get out of bounds. As it looked like maybe he was kind of running out of gas there a little bit, Chandler, as he was trying to get it upfield. But just the fact that he was able to pick it up off the turf and run it up the middle to get it to first down and then get it across to the 48 is pretty big already.
That play could have been bad. It could have resulted in a fumble, but Pittman keeps it himself. Big gain. 1st and 10 now from the 48.
We're going to hand it off to Thomas. He's going to come over here towards the near sideline. Try to stutter step, breaks free, breaks one tackle down the sideline, and now he's got nobody to touch him into the end zone. Touchdown, Cape Central. Zaire Thomas getting it in. And there's a flag on the play back here at the 50-yard line. And it's a holding penalty on the Tigers. So no touchdown there, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Yeah, you could just almost hear just a collective sigh from the crowd when they saw the flag laying on the field.
So this one will be coming back a ways.
So it'll be back at the 41. First and 17. Which means it happened, it's 10 yards from the penalty, so it didn't actually happen at the line of scrimmage. It happened a little bit further downfield. So they'll put a man in motion, and then they'll hand it off, and Thomas will get swallowed up and brought down in the backfield back at the 39. So another loss of 2 will make it 2nd and 19.
I'm trying to figure out why they would have pushed them back 7 yards on a holding.
Well, it happened. So it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So the holding actually happened a little bit further, like 3 yards up from the line of scrimmage.
Oh.
Because, yeah, that's one thing I used to think the same thing. Like, how do you get a 7-yard penalty?
Yeah.
Then I realized that it happens. That's a penalty that goes from the spot.
Okay.
Pittman will hand it off. Now Murray's going to run it up the middle. He'll break across the 50, down towards the 45, and finally brought down at the 43-yard line. They'll get all the way down to 3rd and 1. So a nice gain of 18. Yeah, 18.
Not quite good enough for the first down, they'll say. 3rd and 1 on the Indians' 43.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Thomas in motion. Pittman takes the snap, hands it. Nope, fakes the handoff, runs it up the middle. He's got enough for a first down as he gets almost to the 35. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 36-yard line. 36-yard line. So a gain of 7 for Pittman. So 1st and 10, under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Chandler, it's 7:37.
Yeah, time seems to be flying by this evening.
We started at 7. We're almost done with the first half.
Wow.
Receiver on each side. He'll take the handoff, give it to Murray. Running it up the middle again, breaking free, gets tripped up at the 25. He'll fall forward down to the 24-yard line, so a nice gain of 12 for Murray.
So we're seeing a lot more action from Murray this evening as Keyshawn Boyd is injured, and it sounds like he may not be back next week.
It might be him down there in that boot.
Do we see him down there on the
With
sideline?
that orange hoodie on his head.
Okay.
He's not actually wearing the hoodie, but he's got the hood on his head. So one receiver on each side. Train on the left. As they will hand it off, Thomas has to stutter step, and now he's going to cut back across. Look at him go up across the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Tigers. And this time, no flags. That'll make it 13-0. A 24-yard touchdown run for Zaire Thomas.
And that'll be his second of the night. First of the night.
Yeah, Murray got the first.
That's right. Murray got the first one.
The one that he scored the first time had to come back.
Yeah. I was
so he
thinking
said,
about
I'll
that
just
one.
go ahead and take it again.
So they give it to Thomas. He has been known to do that all season long. What a force for this Cape Central offense Zaire Thomas has been. Joey Charlton now to tack on this extra point. Put them up by 2 touchdowns.
Kick is up. And it's good. 14-0, the Tigers lead with 4:04 to go in the second quarter. They've only had 2 possessions, Chandler, and they got 2 touchdowns. They've only had 3 possessions this whole game.
Everybody's staying in bounds. Overall, not a ton of penalties to speak of, and especially that drive by Kennett. They just took so much time off the clock. And as we said, we thought maybe it'd be more of a blowout at this point. But Tigers lead it 14-0 with 4:04 remaining right before the half. Zaire Thomas has 11 rushing touchdowns now on the season and 11 receiving touchdowns. So how about that? 11 receiving and 11 rushing from Zaire Thomas.
So Charlton will kick it away. 4:04 to go in the first half. As he kicks that one a little bit shorter than normal. Caught it about the 7. He's going to bring it out over towards the far sideline, trying to run it up the side, and then he'll get out of bounds shy of the 25. Looks like at the 24-yard line. So Kennett will take over 1st and 10 on their own 24.
And yes, they took a lot of time off the clock last time they had the ball. It'll be interesting to see if they have a similar plan here or if they do something different, because I think as the underdog, we mentioned it, we talked about it, that is probably their best move. If they do not want to get it blown out here, they got to run the ball, take time off the clock, go for it on 4th down, and convert. And that's exactly what they were able to do last time they had the ball. Just didn't result in any points because they had a turnover in the red zone. So 1st and 10, ball on their own 24.
And I was wrong. I said 3. We've actually had 4. Two possessions each. This is the 3rd possession of the game for the Indians, and he's going to run it right up the middle as he's breaking free. Tries to cut back across. As he gets across the 50, trying to cut back to the middle. He'll get brought down at the 40. That's a big gain for Kennett as he just had a huge hole right up the middle and took advantage of that all the way down to the 40-yard line. And no flags, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Tiger 40.
And it's Cad Cunningham for the Indians.
3:30 to go as Jones is letting that play clock run down before he snaps the ball because he is going to let it eat as much time as possible. Down to 10. Now they get set. He'll take the snap. It's a little bit of a high snap. He's going to hand it off, and he'll get met at the line. And they're going to mark him down for a looks like a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. I was trying to see because a referee with the white hat was actually set up at the the 42. But they mark him down at the 41.
Defensive end Reed coming in there for the Tigers, number 83. Making the big tackle there. He's going to bring him down for a loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Jones back to pass. Pocket collapses. He's got to do something with it. He's going to just throw it away, and it's going to be incomplete. As he almost got brought down back in their own territory. As he just threw that one up as a prayer, and it landed down on the turf for nobody. That's what he wanted the first time. When he threw that one out of bounds, that's what he needed to do, was get out of the pocket.
Well, yeah. Is there a flag down there on the field? Looks like there is.
There isn't. Oh, there's a holding on the Indians, so they are going to end up in their own territory by a yard. They're back at the 49, their own 49. 2:18 left here in the first half. And Chandler, if everything stays the same the way the standings are, let me look that up real quick before we get too far into this.
Got to figure out who we might be playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Next week. Got a 2nd and 21 here. Ball on their own 49.
Jones will step back to pass. He's going to look, throws deep downfield. He's got 2 defenders, and it's a little too far in front. That was actually a much better throw than I expected out of that, as it does land incomplete well downfield.
Not a bad pass at all,
yeah.
Ryan. Wow.
I thought that was going to be, it didn't look like it had the height or the strength behind it to get to that receiver, but it ended up overthrowing his receiver.
Tigers defense really covered that one well, too. They had 2 different defenders down there making sure that pass would not be completed. Could have resulted in a big play for this Indians offense. 3rd and 11, or 3rd and 21 from the 49.
He's going to step back to pass. He's going to roll to his right again. Jones trying to point downfield. He's going to throw that one. That's a jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. He tried to intercept that one. He almost came away with it, but I think the receiver, the intended receiver, who may have been Fonda there, was able, I think, to get his hand in and just break up the pass. The receiver turned into a defender and tried to keep Jathan Spain from intercepting that pass. It's 4th and 21 with 2 minutes and 1 second left.
I think that ball could have very easily been picked off.
So, Chandler, if the standings stay the way they are, right now the Tigers would play Poplar Bluff next week here at home. They would have the 2 seed and Bluff with the 7 seed. With 7 teams in the district, Cardinal Ritter will end up getting a bye in the first round. As he goes back to pass, he's going to throw deep downfield. There's nobody there. That's incomplete as it hits inside the end zone. That was another deep pass there, and it's a turnover on downs. At that point, the Tigers really didn't even need to try to chase it down as there were no receivers anywhere near even putting a fingertip on that football.
Well, the Tigers offense going to get the ball back now and see if they can get some more points on the board here before halftime. 1:55 remaining before we do go to the half. 14-0 is your score. They will take over, ball on the 49. So they will start in their opponent's territory here, Ryan.
Yeah, just under 2 minutes. You hear about 2-minute offense all the time. This may be the Tigers trying to get it going here as Pittman breaks free. He had a hole and he took it right up the middle. Now near the far sideline, a foot race to the end zone, and he's got it for the touchdown. Declan Pittman takes it in from the 49-yard line and makes it 20-0. So just a 49-yard touchdown run by Declan Pittman. And it took one play to put up 7 points, Chandler.
Just that one play by Pittman. He has 6 rushing touchdowns now on the season as his team leads at 20-0 here at Cape Central High School. Charlton will come on for the extra point.
It was just the first play of the drive. It took, 11 seconds for that to happen as the kick is up and it's good by Charlton. So that'll make it 21-0. So a little bit closer to win. Oh, wait a second. It's offside on Kennett. So they'll decline it, so we're going to have to kick it again. So it's not 21-0 yet.
Not yet. Let's hope Charlton can get it through again. Oh, they jumped
again.
And he wouldn't have made that one.
Nope, we're going to go for 2.
Why not?
Yep. They're going to accept this one, and they're going to go for 2. So the ball's at the 1.5-yard line. What do you think that is, Chandler? 1 yard line or 1.5?
Well, it looks like the one from here, we're sitting in a bit of an angle, but see if we can get the 2-point try in.
Yeah, forget the extra point. We're going to go for 2 now. Said, hey, we're about to get this half done in less than an hour. Let's get this going. Forget the penalties. They're going to hand it off. Murray runs it up the middle, dives forward and in for the 2-point conversion, and it's 22-0 now. So forget the 1 point, forget 21, we'll go with 22. So 22-0 here in the second quarter. A little bit closer. We expected maybe 28 or 35 at halftime, but 22 is not as bad as what it looked like it was going to end up being.
We probably will
thought
still
maybe 14.
Get there. We're just taking a little bit of time, and this first half really has just flown by. Flown by more so than probably any other game we've called this season, I'd say.
We saw it's 10 till 8. We haven't even been up here. It hasn't even been an hour since kickoff.
Yeah, I don't think we've gone to the half before 8 o'clock.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So we'll tell you about Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings. For all your roofing needs, call Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings, the #1 roofer in Southeast Missouri. RoofingByReynoldsMo.com.
Charlton will kick it away. Going to be a little bit of it's a lot shorter kick than normal. Going to bounce it about the 10. Ball's free, and they dive on it. And the Tigers have control of the football again. As the kick bounced, and Kennett really didn't try very hard to pick it up. And when he did reach to pick it up, he got blocked. And the Tigers pick it up. And it's their ball at the let's see where they place this. 16, 17-yard line. 18-yard line.
And that was just a miscue there from the Indians. Going to put the Tigers once again in good field position. Maybe they'll put some more points up before the half, as we talked about, Ryan.
We're going to get a whistle and a timeout by Kennett.
Okay.
I think Kennett's coach wants to maybe talk to the referee. I don't know. Because they were all kind of out here on the field at the time before they lined up to snap the ball. And I think now he's just going to talk to his team. But, yeah, I mean, from here, it didn't look like there was anything, they did anything wrong.
No.
The ball bounced at about the 15, kind of rolled forward away from the Kennett player, and when he bent down to try to pick it up, he got blocked away from it, and the Tigers fell on top of it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Might be a good opportunity for us to get some more points up here before the half. It's been a very quick first half. We've mentioned that pink out night here at Cape Central High School for the very last regular season game of the year. Reminder for everybody, they can watch and listen to us over there on YouTube, Cape Central Sports live stream. Also on 95.7 FM and 1550 AM. I'm Chandler Jansen, Ryan Winkler. We love calling these games for you each and every Friday night from the press box. 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Ball on the 17, 141 left to go before halftime.
Two receivers on the right side. Pittman will hand it off. Murray's going to run it up the middle, and he'll get brought down at the 12, so a gain of 5.
Murray came into this game with 1 touchdown. He also scored the very first touchdown of the night, so that'll put him with 2 on the season.
Give it to Murray again. No, Pittman's going to keep it himself.
A little fake.
And he's going to sneak it into the end zone for another Tiger touchdown. And Chandler, he got us all. Faked everybody.
I sure thought they gave it to Murray, but Pittman keeps it.
So 12 yards out. Pittman takes it into the house. And now we're going to line up for the extra point.
Maybe they won't jump off sides this time. It's been an issue
Fingers
this
crossed.
evening.
It's 7:54. We're getting closer. We're trying to get that first half done by 8. Charlton will kick the extra point. It's up, and it's good.
There we go.
So 29-0 as we go back the other way. A minute 13 left here in the second quarter. As the Tigers will kick this one off, maybe try it again and get the ball back. I've never seen I mean, I have, but it's very rare that you see a deep onside kick where you get the ball back.
Maybe it'll happen again.
Kick it deep in order to get the ball back.
So it is 29-0. That is your score with a minute 13 remaining here before we go to the half. And let's tell you about Strickland Engineering, mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. Strickland Engineering has you covered. For more information, find them online at stricklandengineering.com.
Charlton will kick it away again, and this time it's going to be short again. Caught it about the... Oh, he missed it again.
It happened again.
Is it free? It's free on the turf. It's picked up. Let's see who got it. The Tigers. Tigers have it again.
We just predicted this.
We called that. Another deep kick to get the ball back. I've never seen 2 in a row like that, Chandler. They're going to get it at the 17-yard line.
And you said we wouldn't get 35 before the half. We just might get 35 before the half.
I am wrong about everything, Chandler. You should know that by now.
We said maybe, just maybe, this will happen again, a little miscue, and sure enough, the exact same thing happens. The Tigers get the ball in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 17. 1:08 left to go before the half.
I was going to say, plenty of time, too. With 1 minute and 8 seconds, that's nothing for this field position and this Tiger offense. They're going to hand it off. Thomas breaks free. He's just going to take his time to get into the end zone as well, and that's another touchdown. And Chandler, it's 35-0, 6 seconds off the clock.
So we thought what was impossible about 5 minutes ago comes true.
Yeah.
It has happened here at Cape Central High School at 35-0. And we will most likely go into the second half with that continuous clock. We didn't think it'd be able to happen as quickly as it's flown by, but a couple miscues from the Indians, and now it is a 35-point ball game.
So Joey Charlton will kick the extra point, and it's up, and it's good. Did you notice, Chandler, there on that one, the Kennett defense really didn't try on that extra point. They didn't really try to defend anything. They're not going to jump off sides again and get called for another penalty. I noticed they just kind of stood there when the ball got snapped. Didn't really try to come in and block it at all. So it's 36-0 with 1:02 left here in the first half.
Things have gotten pretty crazy out of hand here in the last few plays. That's all it takes for this Cape Central offense really to come alive here this evening over the Kennett Indians. 36-0, 1:02 remaining before the half.
So Charlton will kick it off here. And so kick it deep, and it's going to bounce again. Oh, Chandler, it's going to roll and get picked up at 14. And this time he's going to take it across the 25 and get down to the 27-yard line. I thought for a second maybe we were going to have it again because that one got away from him.
Yeah, the little bounce, I think it's throwing the Indians off on picking up that ball. And the Tigers have just been able to capitalize off of that tremendously here in the second quarter.
So Jones will set up with 2 receivers on each side, 1 man in the backfield. Clock at 57 seconds. Play clock down to 15. He'll take the snap. Stepping back. Look to throw. He's going to... he broke one tackle, but he's not going to break the others as they come down hard on him and bring him down back in the backfield behind the 25-yard line. Back at the 23.
So clock keeps ticking here. We've got 30 seconds now before the half. 36-0. That is your score. Tigers up big over the Kennett Indians. We'll most likely get one more snap here before halftime. 2nd and 14.
Yeah, they're going to have to unless they want to take a penalty. But play clock down to 5. They're going to hand it off. He's going to run it up the middle. He was able to drag a defender with him, and then he'll be brought down, looks like back at the original line of scrimmage. So that'll do it for the second quarter. I just got a text from Jared Ritter. How's my prediction looking? Well, better than we thought.
That's a pretty good prediction, Jared.
Actually, yeah.
All we need is 20 more points in this second half, and you would be exactly right.
Yeah. It's actually getting pretty close. All right, so we'll go to the halftime break with the Tigers up 36-0 here over Kennett. When we come back, we'll show you that bracket. We'll talk about it for the districts, and then we'll talk some more about the first half. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler as the Tigers lead 36-0 here alongside Chandler Jansen.
I am here, yes.
I don't know why I didn't say that the first time. As the Tigers lead 36-0 here at halftime over Kennett. And Chandler, really not much happened until those last 3 minutes of the game, the first half. As the Tigers were up, they scored, and then Kennett took over, basically. They didn't put up any points. They just took over the clock. They wasted a bunch of time, ran out the clock in the first quarter, and then a bunch of time in the second quarter. And then the Tigers scored. They've scored on all 4 possessions that they've had so far. And twice, the last 2, the Tigers got the ball back on a kick that didn't stick, basically. Kennett messed it up twice. There's no other way to put it. They fumbled it. Didn't fumble it the first time. It bounced short. He tried to come pick it up and got blocked away from it, and the Tigers fell on it. The second time, he did kind of fumble it a little bit, and then the Tigers picked up that one. And the third, they almost had 3 in a row, actually. As the third time, it almost looked like neither one of them really wanted to go for it. They were afraid to make a mistake, but they were able to pick it up, and they did get a nice little chunk of yards out of it right there at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, we really didn't see any points. Yeah, they kept it so low scoring early on, so we got to give the Indians a little bit of credit for that, just using the time to their advantage, really, especially in that first quarter. They took so much time off the clock, they didn't get any points because they weren't able to convert on 4th down. But they were able to kind of stall out this scoring by the Tigers, at least for a little bit. And then just a few bad kickoffs, and the Tigers just really here late in the second quarter put on the gas. 36-0. That is your score here at the half, Ryan.
So we're going to talk about the bracket here a little bit. So the standings look like Cardinal Ritter in first, Central in second, St. Mary's, Southside in third, Farmington in fourth, Melville in fifth, Webster Groves in sixth, and Poplar Bluff in seventh. So we've only got 7 teams in the district. And Cardinal Ritter is going to get a bye. So the Tigers will play Poplar Bluff here at home, as long as the district or the standings don't shift, which looking at it, it doesn't look like it should. But the Tigers will get a home team. I mean, their home game. They'll be number 2 regardless. That's the gap in between is too much for that. And Cardinal Ritter will also be number 1, because I think the gap there is also just a little too much between them for the Tigers to jump into that first seed. So the Tigers should get 2 home games. They'll play the first game against Poplar Bluff and then play the winner of St. Mary's Webster Groves. And then more than likely play Cardinal Ritter in the championship. Whoever makes it to the championship will play Cardinal Ritter, let's be honest.
Wouldn't it be nice if somebody could just knock them off?
That'd be crazy if somebody was able to upset them in that semifinal round. It would have to be, I mean, it's going to be either Farmington or Melville. And just
come on,
imagine,
Farmington. Come on, Melville. Somebody knock them off. We don't want to play them.
So, yeah, the Tigers will play Poplar Bluff next week. It'll be here at home, Friday night, obviously. And then they'll play the winner of St. Mary's Webster Groves. So, that's how that bracket looks right now. And just looking at the standings in general, I don't think it's going to change any. And if it does, it won't really affect the Tigers, because I think the only difference is maybe Poplar Bluff could move up. They're playing at Hillsboro tonight. If anything, they could possibly bump up above Webster Groves, so it'd just be Tigers at home against Webster Groves.
Okay.
But I don't know. Hillsboro, out of the 2, Hillsboro, they're 4-4. Poplar Bluff 3-5. I don't know. I just feel like Hillsboro could probably pick up the win there between those 2 teams. And, St. Mary's and Farmington are close together, but St. Mary's, Southside, they're playing Christian Brothers College, so they'll get some they'll probably lose, but they'll get some extra points just from playing up, as CBC is a Class 6 team, where Farmington, they're playing Park Hills Central, and Park Hills is Class 3, so that's actually down 2 classes.
Okay.
So won't help Farmington if they do win. It probably won't help them jump St. Mary's. It's possible, but you never know.
And just as far as, would we rather play Bluff or would we rather play Webster Groves? Well, we've already played Bluff and we won 49-6, so we handled them pretty well. I think it'd be safe to say we could do it again. Webster Groves is a 2-5 team on the season as of tonight. So that is what we are looking at next week as we start the district play.
Yeah. And that's the good thing is it's going to be at home basically no matter what. It's going to have to take a lot for that to change. And according to this, which now I get that popped up. According to this, Webster Groves and Seckman, they're playing each other. They're actually tied at 0. So,
okay.
Webster Groves is, or not Webster, sorry, Seckman is actually in Jackson's district, and I think as of right now, Seckman might be undefeated. But their scheduling in high school football in Missouri is difficult, because a lot of teams look at your current team. So, like this year and next year, the schedules are set. So a lot of teams look at your team this year, and then they looking to schedule, 2 years from now. I've heard there are teams out there that have said, "Nah, we don't really want to play you because your record. Look how good you're doing this year." Basically, is how it boils down to a lot of teams saying no because you're 5-1, 7-1, 8-0, whatever at this point.
And I think it was Jared that said it when we were talking to him before the game, and he said, it'd be nice if we could just get some really good competition before we have to play Jackson.
Yeah.
And I think that was a great point. I didn't really think about that because we've blown out everybody we've played, with the exception of our loss to Jackson, and it's just one of those things where you have to look and say, if we would have had that competition, maybe things would have gone a little bit differently when we played our big rival, Jackson. Next year, it's going to be back over at the Pit.
Yeah. That's going to be fun for us. We'll probably be on the roof again. But, that's scheduling football games in Missouri is kind of a mess when you think about it. I think they used to do it, when the way the coaches used to do it was they would just schedule the season. When your season's over, then they would all try to schedule the next year. So you kind of had an idea who you were playing, how good your team was going to be. And I think that's what happens when a lot of these teams, you come up with a schedule and people are like, well, they're not playing anybody. Well, at the time when they were trying to make schedules, they were. But, kids graduate and things like that happen. So now obviously there are some schedules where, you schedule somebody and it's just, you kind of expect it to win. You don't expect them to have been a very good. Let's say Jackson, for example. They played Miller. I think they played Miller Career Academy last week.
Yes.
Which, if you go by the history, Miller Career Academy is not good. They have not really had a great football team. In that they have it maybe 1 year and then it was kind of fell apart again. So you take it that way. Sometimes you still schedule smaller schools, and sometimes it comes to the point where we need to fill a game. Yeah. We need to fill a gap. And some school like that is like, yeah, why not?
Sure, we'll play you.
That's right, because especially with a team like that, with Miller, Career let's just do this. Say Central would play, they need a game. The only team willing to play them is St. Vincent Perryville, which obviously that would never happen. But just for hypothetical, St. Vincent would gladly, we will definitely play you, because that's going to help them big time in their district standings, because they're playing up classes.
Yes.
And even if you lose, you get a bunch of points for playing up. So if you play from Class 1 to Class 6, if you're going up 5 classes, you're going to get a ton of points in that standings. And that's going to help basically keep you in first the whole season. If you play then teams in your class the rest of the schedule. Yeah. So small schools, they have no disadvantage of playing up. The bigger schools, depending on how far down you go, it doesn't really matter if you win or not. It's not going to be a big jump for you, but those small schools would gladly play some big schools if they wanted to.
And I guess you could really say the same at the college level, too.
Yeah. Because, look at, SEMO. You get paid to play those big schools.
Exactly.
You get paid to come and lose, unless you're, they almost didn't lose, and SEMO almost didn't lose this game this year. They almost were able to have an upset against New Mexico State. So
that would have been nice.
And then you get Appalachian State back in the day when they beat Michigan. I think Appalachian State has done it multiple times to different schools.
They have.
And I think that's one of the reasons why they were able to go up into the FBS and moved up from FCS, because they really just won a whole bunch of games against big schools that they shouldn't have.
Yeah, you mentioned the one that they had against Michigan, but they have done that other times too. They did Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's right.
They also upset them back in the day, and now Appalachian State is an FBS team, and they are competing.
I think their whole conference moved up, didn't they? I can't remember. I don't think so. Maybe they just joined another conference.
I couldn't tell you for
sure. But I know there were
Sun Belt.
Yeah, I think that may have moved up. I don't know. We'd have to try to look that up.
There's a few additions. I can't remember if it's this year or if it was last year, but it does seem every couple years they'll add a few teams that were FCS and they'll bring them into the FBS.
I know Missouri State's moving up.
Are they?
They're going to play USC next year.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be USC's home opener.
Okay. One that I know, kind of a funny one, Idaho.
Yeah.
They were FBS, and then they moved back to the FCS. So they were always FCS. They moved up to the FBS. They did bad. They only won like one game maybe, and then they finally moved back to the FCS. When that contract
expired for that conference, they moved back, yeah. Some teams have done that before, too. You see it more kind of you saw it more back in the day. Not as much now anymore. But, yeah, some teams will do that. They'll move up and they'll drop back down. A lot of people think Lindenwood, just in that area, they think that maybe Lindenwood should probably move back to Division II and drop back out of the Division I athletics just in
the
general.
Ohio Valley.
Yeah. Because Lindenwood is not a huge school. And I think the majority of the Lindenwood students are more online students than anything, because I think they have quite a bit of online majors, more majors than some of the other ones. Because I know I've looked into it. They have sports management online.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've got broadcasting online. They've got something else online. At least 3 that SEMO doesn't have online.
Lots of classes are starting to become online at
a lot
SEMO
of them
too now.
They are starting to add more to SEMO as well.
I prefer going in person. I'll say that. I think it's easier to learn in person. If you have any questions, you can just ask right then and there. You don't have to worry about an email, get
really
a response
depends.
back, everything like that. But
for me, it kind of depended on the class, what the class was. If it was something, more like a history, more like your general study kind of classes that you have to get out of the way, those aren't too bad doing online, because you don't really have to necessarily ask any questions. But yeah, when you get to the ones that you actually need to get through for your major, more than likely, in person is probably better.
And going back to what we had talked about as far as FCS schools moving up, Kennesaw State, they're the ones that moved up to the FBS this year. So they're a brand new addition in FBS play. Talking about college football, what are some big games tomorrow? You know of any that are going on, Ryan? How about Texas A&M LSU? That'll be a big game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Game being played at Texas A&M. I'm picking them to win. I'll put them at a confidence of 3. A few weeks ago, I got every single game right.
Oh boy, really?
Did I tell you about that?
No, you didn't tell me that.
Would have been week 7. Week 7. Every one of these games.
Wow. Jeez. No, he didn't pick just like 3 or 4. He picked what? 10, 12?
Picked 10
however
of them,
many there are. 10, yeah.
10 of them every week. Rank them on confidence. And so far I've won 47, lost 28 this season. And tomorrow it's already week 9 of college football. How about that?
Vanderbilt play Texas tomorrow too.
Okay.
That's a big one. You never thought that a Vanderbilt football game would be a big game, but that's a big one between Vanderbilt and Texas.
Yeah, Vanderbilt is ranked. They're 5-2. Texas has just 1 loss on the season. They lost last weekend to Georgia.
Yep. And that was kind of an easy, honestly, it looked like an easy win for Georgia. Just from the parts that I watched, they really had no problem getting to the quarterbacks. And I say plural because they switched and put Arch Manning in at one point, and that didn't change anything. They went ahead and switched back to Ewers, and they just basically let him go.
Yeah.
And it's almost, obviously when you're a coach, you don't just give up. But in a way, it almost looked like they were like, we're just going to have to take the loss. We're not going to be able to do much. And that was in Texas.
It was.
That was in Texas.
It was in Texas.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see who will win the SEC this year. It might be Georgia, it might be Texas, maybe Alabama, maybe. I don't think it'd be too likely at this point. It could be Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee, LSU even. The SEC really is loaded this year, and the addition of Texas has only helped with that, I think. Oklahoma also being an SEC school now too, and
Notre Dame Navy. That's
Navy.
actually going to be a big game this year.
I don't think they've
Navy
lost
is
yet.
6-0.
Yeah.
Notre Dame 6-1. That's another big one, actually.
Navy is undefeated, and Army's undefeated too, right?
Yeah. It's the first time in like 50, 60 years.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. I saw it on the bottom
time.
line one day, and yeah, it's been a long time since it's been that. Since both the teams, either team has been that good.
So one of those teams might even get into the playoffs. What if one of those teams sneaks in?
Right, you're right. Yeah, that could be. Honestly, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be really cool.
I'd be in favor.
I'd like it.
I'd like to see something like that happen.
Well, Kennesaw State actually won their game yesterday. They beat Liberty, who was undefeated.
Well, yeah,
That's
Liberty
their first FBS win in school history.
Liberty has been pretty good the last few years.
Yeah. So I think we're going to go ahead. We'll take another break. We're getting closer. The Tigers haven't come out of the locker room yet, as we're getting closer to the end of the halftime break. They're probably going to add 3 more minutes, though, on top of this. So we'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll be that much closer to the second half. You're listening to Cape Central Tiger football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Momo's Favorite Treats Bakery in Jackson, the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Jackson Deli in Jackson, Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, and Tropical Island Pets in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready for more out of life? Gain the skills and knowledge you need at the Cape Career and Technology Center to pursue a new career as an emergency medical technician, a dental assistant, medical assistant, practical nurse, or a medical coder. Cape CTC gets you job ready with a fast-paced and focused curriculum. Visit our website today at capectc.org.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com. Let's head back to the booth. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen as the Tigers lead here at the half, 36-0. As we got about a minute left here before we get back into the action. And so we'll talk about that bracket one more time. As Poplar Bluff, the 7 seed, will play Central. If they do move up, they'll just jump up over Webster Groves, which would push Webster Groves. You know what I was trying to say. Push Webster Groves to 7th, and then we just play Webster Groves here at home. So it's going to be Poplar Bluff or Webster Groves more than anything.
And as we did also mention earlier, too, Bluff is a team we have played this season. We won 49-6 when we played them early on. I think we'd be both pretty confident to say we could handle them again. Webster Groves is a 2-5 team. Poplar Bluff is 3-5 on the season. So that's what we're looking at for next week as we will start district play. This is the halftime show here on 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. And remind everybody to tune in, listen to us, 95.7 FM, 1550 AM. Also on YouTube, Cape Central Sports. You can follow along on the live stream. Watch and listen to us. Call the games. It's 36-0 here at halftime as the Tigers are leading the Indians. And I think we are just about set to go for the second half.
So just looking through some of the comments here on YouTube, Cape won't play Cardinal Ritter until the championship, the district championship. That will definitely be the situation. They will not play them till the championship. They won't match up with them at all until the championship unless something just ridiculously weird happens, which is impossible at this point in the season. Well, it'll either be Poplar Bluff or Webster Groves. And they try to go for an onside kick. Kennett does. And they did not get it back. The Tigers get the football.
Did that ball even travel the full 10 yards?
Did not go 10 yards. No, the ball's been picked up at the 49. They kick it off from the 40, so yeah, didn't even go 10 yards, so it doesn't really matter. So 36-0. As soon as the ball is snapped, the clock will start. And it won't stop unless the score gets under 35. And, of course, with timeouts, injuries, things like that, it'll still stop. But other than that, we're going to probably play a full 24 straight minutes of football. Man in motion. Pittman takes the snap, hands it off, running it right up the middle, untouched.
There we go.
Straight to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a play from the 49-yard line. 49-yard run for Zaire Thomas.
Just right out of the gates here, Ryan, 42-0 already. 10 seconds off the clock in the second half, and now we'll see if we can go up another point here. 43. Charlton to take on the extra point.
It was a little slow on that one, 10 seconds. We have 8 last time.
Oh, they jumped again.
They jump again.
They've been doing it all night long.
And we're going to just decline it again and go for the extra point. But if they do it again, do you think they'll call for the 2-point conversion again, Chandler? Probably.
That's what they did last time, so.
I would think not, just because you're up 42-0.
You don't want to rub it in their face too much.
Yeah. So the kick is up. And it is good. 43-0. Cape Central leads here. 11:50 to go in the third quarter. Like Chandler said, 10 seconds came off the clock. It was a 10-second run from the 49 to the end zone. We ran a 10-second, 49-yard dash. It's pretty good considering how much he's had to run tonight so far.
So 43-0. That is your score. 11:50 left to go. Only 10 seconds, as we said here. Coming off the clock. Now the Kennett Indians will be able to take over here after the kickoff. As long as they can field the kickoff, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a high kick, and it's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's going to try to run it over to the far sideline and take it up the sideline, but he's going to end up going out of bounds. On the other side of the 20. See where they mark him. Looks like the 21. So I've got Thomas for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. We got 2 running touchdowns. Pittman has 2 rushing touchdowns, and Murray has a rushing touchdown.
So that is 5 altogether here on this Tigers offense this evening. plus one of those 2-point conversions, 43-0.
I think I'm missing one. Should have 6 touchdowns total. I'll figure it out. This is why the stats are unofficial. We got a timeout here somewhere, which is weird considering we just. Oh no, we got an injured player. I just see it. I just now saw that. He's over there on the sideline. He's being helped across the field now. .20 left here in the third quarter.
So yeah, the clock will stop temporarily for the injured Tiger. That is Bryce Williams.
Help him across the field, walking slowly. Not sure. I don't know. He's not limping too badly. Maybe his left leg, he's got a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit of an awkward walk, but he's not limping too badly. So maybe just something, maybe got a little twisted ankle or something. Maybe it rolled a little. So they'll hand it off, and he's going to be brought down after a 1-yard gain as the clock starts running once again. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter, 43-0.
That clock will continue to run. 43-0. With 10:45 left in the third. Got a 2nd and 9. I'll say he gained a yard on the play.
They'll hand it off. Sorry, no, direct snap, and looks like he got to the 26, 27-yard line.
That is the big number 66 there, Kevin Thompson, once again. We've seen him offensive lineman, but he has ran the ball a few times for this Indians offense, especially when they needed it on a couple of 4th down conversions. It's now 3rd and 7 from the 24.
It worked twice.
It did.
But the Tigers caught on, and these last 2 times they've given him the ball.
They're getting a little wise to what's going on down there.
He gained a couple this time. Last time he lost 10. And they're going to hand it off. He'll run it right up the middle, but everyone was in the middle in a big pile there, and he gets brought down at the 26-yard line, so they lost a yard. They'll bring up 4th down. Be 4th and 8, I believe. 4th and 7.
They'll go 3 and out, be forced to punt this ball back. I don't think they would go for it. But
I wouldn't think so, but it looks like that's what they're going to do. Unless they're just lining up. There you go. There we go. Now he's going to step back to punt this one away. And he punts it away, and it's going to get down at the 40 and take a Kennett bounce as it rolls towards the end zone. And they'll pick it up at the 30, the 27-yard line. That was a pretty good punt. Nobody was back there to receive the punt from the Tigers, but at 43-0, do you really necessarily have to try to return a punt? Like you said before, you don't really want to rub it in.
No.
So Chapman Ogles comes in onto the field. He's going to take over at quarterback. Give him some reps here in the second half, pretty much the whole second half. after that first touchdown in the game, or after the first touchdown in the second half. So 1st and 10. And Ogles will put a man in motion. He'll take the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He'll keep it himself. He tried to follow Murray, who was kind of blocking for him. He gets it across the 30 to the 31, so a gain of 5.
Ogles comes into the game with 6 carries and 67 yards.
Sorry, they did not have the ball at the 26-yard line. They had it at the 28. So we got to the 31, so it's a gain of 3. I looked at the scoreboard. They hadn't fixed it from when Kennett punted the ball away. Ogles takes the snap, hands it off. Going to run it up the left side. He'll get it across the 35, down to the 37. And I think we've got a player. Yeah, we do have an injury. He's going to try to hop off on one leg. He's going to limp his way off the field. Is that Levon Downey?
That would be him.
Sometimes that 7 looks like a 2, especially from up here. Every week, Chandler, I think I should need to bring the binoculars next week, and the next week comes and they're still not up here. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 on the left. They'll put the man in motion from the left side, and they'll hand it off. He's going to run it up the middle, get it across the 40 for the first down. As they get it to the 41, 42-yard line. It looked like maybe the ball came out at the end, but whistle had already blown after he hit the turf, so I think it happened afterwards anyway. So 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
They're able to move the chains here, keep this drive alive.
Chandler, we had a question here in the comments. It says Cape versus Jackson, the biggest rivalry, and there's a big break there as he's going to take it to the 10, to the house for another touchdown for Cape Central. And it's 49-0. What a big run there. And that is for Torrance Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game. And another big gain, another big touchdown run, I should say, for the Tigers, as took that one from their own territory at the 43-yard line all the way down to the end zone.
So he's really stepping up here with Boyd being out in the running back slot this evening for the Tigers. It's 49-0. Here's the extra point.
Extra point is up, and it's good. So it's 50-0 here. 5:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. As the only time the clock really stops running is after touchdowns, which sometimes I think it just depends on the referee. Sometimes I've seen them just tell the clock to keep running, and then there are some that just stop the clock. So I don't know. I think sometimes it just depends on who your referees are. So Chandler, they had that question: is Cape Jackson the biggest rivalry game in Southeast Missouri football?
Yes,
I would say so.
It really is pretty safe to say.
Yeah, I really don't see too many other matchups that really kind of bring out the fans and get people talking.
That seems to be the biggest hype, doesn't it?
That's a line drive. It'll be caught at about the 12. He's going to try to bring it out. He gets across the 30. And there's, I think, a flag came flying in. Let's see. The referees are going to talk about it. I don't even see the flag.
The flag is down on the 15. Yes, I see it.
No, now I see it, yeah.
So they'll talk it over. I don't know. what the call might be. But
Yeah, what could it have been at the 15-yard line? Because if any, it would be a penalty on Kennett if it was at the 15-yard line, because there were no Tigers at the 15.
no, yeah, I think it would definitely be on the Indians here.
I wonder what it could be. So the last update we had was Jackson was up 26-7 at halftime over Festus. It was 12-7 Charleston over Sykeston at halftime.
Okay. Is Jackson playing at home or on the road this evening?
At home.
At home.
It's their senior night.
Okay. So they're still talking this flag over. Let's see if we get the call now from the refs.
What? It's
going to be on the Tigers.
Yeah, it's on the Tigers. What did he? He needs to signal it again so I can see. Is that an illegal formation? What is that? I don't remember that one. I don't know, but Kenneth gets the ball at the 48-yard line. Their own 48. I don't know. 5.5, 5:25 to go.
Hey, we're not the only ones confused on that one. So
just kind of a weird, confused silence in the stadium right now. Running around the left side, and he'll get out of bounds on the far sideline. And he gained, looks like 4. Nope, we're going to get a penalty, and it's holding on Kennett. So it's going to change things there. So that'll be 1st and 15. Had the ball at the 48. Now they have it at the 42. 16. 1st and 16.
From the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
As we had talked about earlier. So clock keeps running here. We're under 5 minutes now in the third quarter. 50-0 is your score.
And we're going to get a timeout by the Kennett Indians. Everybody's confused. Nobody knows what's going on. They had that big guy, what's his name, Kevin Thompson. He ran off the field. And when he ran off the field, looked like one of the Kennett players looked at him and threw his hands up like, where are you going? And so I think they had to burn that timeout because I don't think he was actually supposed to come off the field.
Yeah. So as they take this timeout, we will tell you about Stone Mountain Flooring. Locally owned since 1993, Stone Mountain Flooring, your trusted source for all things flooring. Online at stonemountaincarpet.biz.
So we got an update, Chandler, here in the comments. It's 33-7 Jackson. So thank you for that update.
Clock does temporarily stop here with the timeout being called. 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. It's 1st and 16.
Oh, here we go. Hollywood throwing downfield, and it's going to be incomplete as it's too far in front of the intended receiver. As they tried a little trick play there against the Tigers and did not work out.
And that pass was intended for Caleb Duncan, the receiver, and does not work. A little trickery on this Indians offense. 2nd and 16 now.
And from up here, too, it almost looked like Hollywood doesn't. That's not a nickname. That's his line.
Yeah,
that's the name on the program here. Hollywood, Antonio Hollywood. It almost looked like Hollywood may not be comfortable throwing the football. It almost looked like he kind of just, kind of shot put a little bit. You heard that, right?
I did.
Okay. Quick throw across the middle, and it's caught at about the 46-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. So they'll gain 4 yards back off of that one. Didn't look like he really kind of threw it. It almost looked like he had his palm on the ball when he threw it downfield. But honestly, I mean, look how far he threw it. So can you imagine what he'd do if he could actually get a nice tight spiral on the football?
We'll see what they do here on a 3rd and 12 from their own 46.
Well, 1, 2, 3 on the left, 1 on the right. 4 receivers total for Kennett. As Jones will take the snap, step back to pass. He's looking to his left. Now he's going to try to throw downfield. He's trying to lead his receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. As that will bring up 4th and 12. And no flags on the play. And he really did. Didn't really call him out, but he pointed at his receiver and told him to go deep because he pointed downfield more, basically saying go, and he threw it. And he didn't quite give his receiver enough time to get to that football.
Tigers defense brought a lot of pressure on that last play. Now it's 4th and 12.
Pack to pass again. Throws downfield. There's nobody there but the Tigers, and it's going to be incomplete as they're going to let that one go. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 46-yard line in Kennett territory.
This clock continuing to run. 1:45 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers up 50-0.
Jackson's turning it on now. It's 40-7.
Pulling away from Festus over there.
And whistles and a timeout by Kennett. So they've taken 2 timeouts here in this 3rd quarter, Chandler. As we still have 1:31 left in the 3rd. This one's taking longer than we've had a running clock, and it's taking longer to do this than it did in the 1st quarter.
So as they take this time out, we will go ahead and tell you about Rosati's Pizza. Whether it's for a quick lunch or you're bringing the whole family, Rosati's Pizza, the go-to place when it comes to all of your pizza needs. Rosati's, feeding the people since 1964. And yes, 1964, that means exactly 60 years. But not always here in Cape. We've made that distinction last week, I think it was.
I think so.
Rosati's Pizza has been around for 60 years, but they have not always been in the same location that they are at now here in Cape.
Moved here in 2019, opened up in 2019.
There you go. Right before COVID.
Oh, man, I bet you they were nervous, I bet.
Yeah, think about that. That would have been a kind of a tough time.
They do deliver, though, so they may have been okay. So it may not have actually affected them as much as, it probably still hurt sales-wise, but that probably didn't affect them as much as some of the other places.
Good point.
Because, I know I had pizza delivered during COVID while we were in lockdown, so. Handoff. Running up the middle, getting across the 40, down to the 38. It'll be 2nd and 2. Let's see, Chandler. We have 1:15 here in the 3rd. So we've basically got 13 minutes for the Tigers to score 6 points and try to get Jared's 56-0 prediction to come true.
He could get that exactly right, too.
But score a touchdown, they're going to have to miss the extra point. They're going to hand it off, and he'll get across for the 1st down. Still running down to the 30-yard line. So a nice extra push there for the offense as Murray gets down to the 30-yard line.
Or maybe, Ryan, instead of getting a touchdown, missing the extra point, we just get 2 field goals.
Kick 2 field goals?
I know that would be unusual. We don't kick a lot of field goals, but that is another way we could possibly get that 56 and make Jared Ritter's dreams come true.
I think maybe we should call down to Coach Gibbs and tell him. And he's going to run it again across the 20 down to the 15. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So nice 1st and 10, and that will probably do it for the third quarter as we're down to 5 seconds. And so we'll flip it the other way. The Tigers will now go from left to right here to end the game as we head to the fourth quarter, 50-0. Cape Central leads. We'll be back after this.
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from Momo's Favorite Treats Bakery in Jackson, the St. Genevieve Museum Learning Center, Jackson Deli in Jackson, Rock and Roll Drive-In in Chaffee, and Tropical Island Pets in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
Protection from the elements is more than shingle deep. That's why Reynolds utilizes the Owens Corning Total Protection Roofing System, featuring highly engineered components designed to help your roof seal, defend, and breathe. Tough shingles with grip of the Sure Nail Strip that outperforms the competition as an Owens Corning Platinum preferred contractor. Reynolds offers the Owens Corning Lifetime Protection Warranty with every new and replacement residential roof. Right roof, right roofer. With locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Back to the action. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, 50-0 for the Tigers as they lead here over Kennett. And the Tigers have the ball as they hand it off. Try to run around the left side. They'll gain maybe 2. Yeah, 50-0, Chandler. And when the game started, even the end of the first quarter, really did not expect it to be 50-0 at this point.
No. Thought after the first quarter, I really would have thought this was going to be a lower scoring matchup. But here we are.
Gonna hand it off. He'll run it up the middle. Gets to the 10-yard line. We'll gain 3. It'll make it 3rd and 5. Third and 5 as the clock will continue to run. Under 11 to go. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. And a man in motion. We'll hand it off. He bounces off, runs it up the left side, gets across the first down marker down to the 3-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 3.
That was Coleman on the run. Number 24.
Coleman getting to see some action here tonight. Coming in here for the fourth quarter, the entirety of the fourth quarter. So the Tigers threatening here once again. And he's going to be marked down at the 5-yard line, so a loss of 2. That'll make it 2nd and goal from the 5.
Getting a little windy up here in the press box.
I was about to say, the wind kind of picked up here tonight.
Tigers making a few substitutions out there on the offense as Durham will come into the game. That is Warner Durham for this Tigers offense. 2nd and goal from the 5.
And they'll hand it off to Coleman again, and he's going to reach for the end zone. He got it across the goal line. Touchdown. And it's 56-0 with 9:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. So Coleman picks up his first touchdown of the season.
That's right. Yeah, he has not gotten into the end zone until now. Hasn't had much playing time either. With Boyd being out and Murray getting more carries, he's able to get in the game a little bit as well with a 56-point lead now. 56.
Let's see. We're actually getting a different kicker now, not Joey Charlton. He's going to try for the extra point here. And, the kick is blocked. I actually don't know if it was blocked. It may have just went off the line. I don't know. But Chandler, it's 56-0.
Okay.
How did he know? How did he know?
Wherever Jared is, where is he?
There he is. I see him.
Yeah.
He's in his pink blazer.
It won't take long to find him.
You can see him. That person just ran. Yep, there it is. He just sent me a text. Well, now we got to score again. He's feeling a little too good now.
So they send in a different kicker. It gets blocked, and the score remains 56-0. 9:15 left to go in this one.
$9:15 to go. Is that Matt Pope kicking off here? And that's a pretty good kick. It's going to bounce over there. Actually, I should say it lands behind them, and then it bounces into the end zone, as that was a lot of a harder kick, I think, than Kennett was expecting. They were expecting another shorter kick like they had been getting. And so that one bounces into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
It is pink out night here at Cape Central for the last regular season matchup before we start our district play. 56-0 is the Tigers lead the Kennett Indians in the eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, you got to play it at least once a game.
I think so. It's a great song.
56-0, 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. As they hand it off, he's going to run it up the middle. He's going to be able to break a few tackles, and he'll get brought down across the 35, down to the 36-yard line. A nice little run there for the Kennett Indians.
Wouldn't you like to have a last name Hollywood, Ryan?
That would be
Ryan Hollywood.
That would be great. Because then people would just call me Hollywood.
Exactly.
That's a great nickname.
Yeah.
And it's not even a nickname. It's just your last name.
Yeah, I'd say if you had that last name, you just want to go by Hollywood.
Exactly.
What's up, Hollywood? Clock keeps ticking. 8:15 now with the 1st and 10.
A bit of a high snap, but he's able to bring it down. He's going to run it over to the right side now, cut back across. Going to try to, he gets a nice block there and avoids the tackler. And he'll end up stepping out of bounds at the 49-yard line. First and 10 from the 49. 7:35 to go here in the fourth. Tigers looking for another shutout as he tries to run it up the middle, and they'll bring him down in Tiger territory at the 47. So unfortunately for Kennett, they were shut out last week against Poplar Bluff. They're trying to avoid a second shutout in a row.
Okay.
But the Tigers looking for their 4th shutout of the season.
So he'll gain 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 from the 47.
And they're going to hand it off. He's able to drag that defender with him, and now he's going to be brought down across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Kennett's been shut out 4 times this season so far, so they're looking to avoid a 5th.
It's been a rough season for them. And this Tigers defense, got to hand it to them because they have been incredible. They have forced 3 different shutouts, one to New Madrid County Central, also St. Charles West. That's the first two matchups of the season. We had just a straight shutout, then also against St. Dominic back on September 27th. Looking for another one here tonight.
3 of the 4 first wins were by a shutout, and they're going to hand it off. He'll get it across the first down marker, across the 40, down to the 37. As the clock continues to run, 5:52.
Indians putting together a bit of a drive here. They have not gotten into the end zone at all yet, but they have been in the red zone a few times. Just not able to convert when they needed to. 1st and 10 now from the 32.
Hand it off. He'll spin around, break a tackle, and then be thrown down back behind the line of scrimmage, but they're actually going to mark him down for progression at the 39. And he laid there for a second, Chandler. I thought maybe he might have been hurt, Nick Fonda. But he was just laying there. I think his teammates started to get a little worried too. He popped right back up.
So Braziah Patterson coming in with the tackle for the Tigers defense. 2nd and 12, loss of 2.
Under 5 left here in the 4th. Fakes the handoff. He's going to look to throw. Throws, and it's caught short of the line of scrimmage, and he's able to fall forward after being hit to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and... Nope, they're going to mark him down at the 34. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Third and 7, 4:22 to go here in the 4th quarter as that clock continues to run. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1 man in the backfield. He'll move him over to his left side. A high snap, brings it down, hands it off. He's going to get brought down well in the backfield for a loss. That'll make it 4th and looks like 12 back to the 39-yard line.
So give it to Jordan Murphy, and he is brought down for a big-time loss there.
40 left now.
So they will keep the offense on the field for this 4th down from the 39.
4th and 12. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to look to pass, but he's going to bring it down. He's going to try to run it, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down at the 29-yard line, and that is going to be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Tigers with 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Appreciate everybody listening to us over there on YouTube, watching and listening. Cape Central Sports on live stream. It is 56-0. Tigers looking for another shutout here for their last regular season win.
Aiden McGuire will come into the game and take some snaps in quarterback. And a little short run to the 32. So we're down to 2 minutes. Three receivers to the right side. None to the left. As McGuire will hand it off, running around the left side. He'll gain looks like 2 maybe, to the 34.
Tigers offense out there making some more substitutions, trying to get some more of these third and fourth string players involved.
So 3rd and 6. Nope, 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 from the 34. We've got 3rd and 6 from the 33 on the scoreboard, but the ball's on the 34. 1:02. They're going to let the clock run, the play clock down to 10. And McGuire will take the snap, hand it off, coming around the outside, enough for a first down to the 50 and then out of bounds. So it'll be a first down, 1st and 10, 38 seconds to go in the ball game, and now the Tigers, all they have to do is, they don't have to do anything. The play clock is off. So they just got to let it run out. 25 seconds. 56-0 is going to be the final score.
All right, Jared.
And I don't know how Jared did it, but he picked it exactly. 56-0. The Tigers win on their pink out night. Final game of the regular season as we get ready for the district playoffs. We'll talk about that in the post-game show. As we'll be back after this. You're listening and watching on YouTube at Cape Central Sports.
Stone Mountain Carpet on Seymour's Drive in Cape Girardeau has one of the largest selections of flooring in the area. Come in and check out our wide selection of laminated vinyl plank flooring from many great brands. Also, we have a huge selection of ceramic tile. And don't forget carpet for the bedrooms. At Stone Mountain Flooring, we have the flooring in stock to fit your needs. So check out our location in Cape Girardeau on Seymour's Drive or visit us online at stonemountaincarpet.biz to complete all your flooring projects. Stone Mountain Flooring.
Banterra Bank is proud to support the Cape Central Tigers and our local communities. I'm Phil Moore, Banterra Market Executive for Southeast Missouri, and we want to be your banking partner. We make banking easy with digital banking, plus exceptional service from our friendly team members at our branch on North Kings Highway. Whether you need a bank for yourself, your family, or your business, Banterra is a team to strongly consider. Stop by and see us. Banterra Bank, member FDIC.
Is your life stuck in a rut? Or maybe you just need to schedule time with friends. At the Cape Girardeau Career and Technology Center, we offer short-term personal enrichment classes such as motorcycle safety, photography, sewing, painting, ballroom dancing, and more. Visit our website at capectc.com for a full listing of classes we offer.
Your Career and Technology Center, Cape Girardeau CTC.
The CTC is a proud supporter of Cape Central High School. Go Tigers!
DollarSavingDeals.com is the Heartland Savings Superstore. Save up to half price on certificates to local businesses at DollarSavingDeals.com.
In Southeast Missouri, check out the deals from MV Nails in Sykeston, Freedom Fitness in Jackson, Reed's Harvest House in Chester, and Turk Dogs in Cape.
If you're in Cape, Sykeston, Jackson, Paducah, Chester, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Marion, or anywhere in between, get to DollarSavingDeals.com or look for us on the Big Deals app.
It's Cape Central Tigers football season. Strickland Engineering is proud to support the athletes, coaches, parents, and fans who bring excellence to the field year after year. Strickland Engineering has been providing engineering services for over 40 years. Strickland Engineering works with schools, churches, healthcare, and municipalities across the country to move your projects forward, start to finish. One company, over 40 years of excellence. Strickland Engineering. Find us online at stricklandengineering.com.
Protect your home's curb appeal. Don't let black streaks lower the value of your home. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings installs Owens Corning Street Guard algae-resistant shingles. These shingles inhibit the growth of algae by using a specialized copper line granule from 3M. They're available in a wide variety of styles and colors and comes with a 25-year algae resistance limited warranty. Keep your roof looking like new. Right roof, right roofer. Reynolds Roofing Exteriors and Coatings with locations in Marion and Cape Girardeau.
Every pass, every tackle, every touchdown. It's Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7.
Back here at Cape Central High School, I'm Ryan Winkler alongside Chandler Jansen. And Jackson, they won 43-7. Cape Central wins 56-0. So kind of what we expected here tonight, Chandler. Although it didn't quite start out that way. It was a slow start to the game for Cape Central, but they were able to turn it on in the second quarter, at the end of the second quarter, and get 2 quick touchdowns as they kicked the ball off twice and got the ball back twice on the kickoff.
Yeah, that was pretty funny how that really happened. And you look at the Indians, they managed the time very well, especially in the first quarter. And that is why it took a little while for the Tigers to finally put on the gas and finally put up some points. But they did. They won big here this evening, 56-0. That is their 4th shutout of the season. And we will be back once again next week to start district play. And we got a home game, so we're looking forward to that.
And it looks like what originally was going to be Poplar Bluff is winning right now, so what it looks like is it'll be Webster Groves coming here instead of Poplar Bluff.
Okay.
Because Webster Groves is currently down 28-0, or I should say at last check they were down 28-0, the last update that I had at halftime. And Poplar Bluff is up right now over Hillsboro, so unless Hillsboro comes back and ends up winning, it's going to be Webster Groves coming here next week. We'll still get a home game either way, so that's not going to change.
So our player of the game, go with Declan Pittman?
Yeah, we'll go with Declan Pittman.
That is sponsored by Strickland Engineering, mechanical, electrical, civil, structural, and surveying. Strickland Engineering has you covered. For more information, find them online, stricklandengineering.com. That is your player of the game. We'll go ahead and give that to Declan Pittman this evening as they win 56-0, improving their record to 8-1.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns on the night. He had one for 24 yards. He had a 26-yard run. He had a 49-yard touchdown. 12-yard touchdown run. So just as important as everyone else. Not that anybody's more important than the other, but just did as much damage tonight as some of the other players that they normally do the damage. And we have to give a little bit of a shout out to Torrance Murray, too. Stepped into that role as the second running back with Keyshawn Boyd out tonight with an injury. And Murray did a very good job. He did pick up 2 touchdowns, so.
Yes.
And he scored the first touchdown of the game.
Filled the role very well for Boyd, who is injured, and I don't think we'll be seeing him next week as well.
That's what the word is, that he probably won't be able to play next week as well. So hopefully something changes, but if not, it's good to know that Torrance Murray is ready to go, and he showed tonight that he can stick with it just as well as the rest of the guys in the backfield. So that'll do it for us here tonight. For Chandler to my right, for Anthony back at the station, I'm Ryan Winkler. We'll see you next week here at home for the first game of the district playoffs.
You've been listening to Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk. This presentation of Cape Central Tigers football has been brought to you by Reynolds Roofing, Exteriors and Coatings, Banterra Bank, Cape Career and Technology Center, Rosati's Pizza, Stone Mountain Flooring, Strickland Engineering, and DollarSavingDeals.com. Join us next time for more Cape Central Tigers football on Cape Radio 95.7 FM News Talk.